It's Wednesday, October 4, 2023. Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to Midday Live from our News Hub studio, CR number 35, John Hammond Street. My name is Noble Crosby Annan. In the bulletin this afternoon, Ashanti Regional NPP chairman threatens NPP flag bearer hopeful Kennedy Agyapong with arrest if he threatens him again.
Metro, a showdown, and near dinner, and the manintra. Sanyasa now threatening me, Biwa Memiacho.
Also coming up on the program, Ghana's cyber fraud hits almost 50 million cedis as of the third quarter of 2023, impacting hugely on businesses. Plus some international news this afternoon as dozens of people have been killed following an explosion and fire at an illegal oil refinery in Nigeria's south. Welcome to the program. Let's get into the details of the stories. A reminder that we're live also on all our social media platforms at TV3 Ghana Plus on DSTV channel 279. We're beginning from the political space as it is beginning to heat up. The Ashanti Regional Chairman of the NPP, Bernard Antwi Boasiako, has challenged NPP flag bearer aspirant Kennedy Agyapong to produce evidence of insult on his radio and television station against Alan Chimantain, as claimed by the Ascend Central Member of Parliament. He described Kennedy Agyapong's comment as a needless rant.
Obia Jimmy, Manumi Husami wa MPP, Manumi Husami wa MPP, Moya Nkwasiafo, Kwanya Wofaswa with the Kasa, Metro, a showdown. Any adeno, and the manintra. Sanyasa now threatening me, Biwa Memiacho. I have football and I'm a demon. Because why I saw Ahmed Sure, and Monia de Swelly as a one, Omuni Viasibio. And to the Amesra, you say, free no quay. A manner and yasa. And as I would say, Uber to my Bibiazo Swa. I had no cross at 2020, and so Ashanti Nanya dia Central Region, so send in the city. Central Region, so not about to me or Namini. And to the Amestra on the side, Kennedy, can you obey me? Aye, na can you obey me? Now, so to me a friend and that day, I on the 4th, and I cut exactly 1 month. Now, you're quite wabano. But the master move baby we Ezekiel chapter 18 verse 22. I say, so the boy need best suffering na kwambone so. Na what for onyankopon akwan obenyankwa. Enti aka 1 month. Anya se obelu so na mepe. Nemo Munsama wo kani ade a wudidi party for atem polling station for one to amami a wagimi ene saa ne ma no sa wo bepa wo ma chew na wa hwe wa kwan a wo betimi afa so a ayade a party for no wo benya onyankopon anim animonyam.
Well, that was the Ashanti Regional NPP Chairman, Bernard Antwi Boasiako, also known as Chairman Wontumi, speaking there, reacting to the latest comment from the Ascend Central Member of Parliament, Kennedy Agyapong. And amongst the things that Chairman Wontumi spoke about in Chi was that Kennedy Agyapong should not threaten him again. And that was the same thing that happened to Ahmed Swale. You remember the investigative journalist with Tiger IP. I was also concerned about the insults that Kennedy Agyapong issues out during his campaign tours against some other NPP faithfuls, also saying that Kennedy's comments of him regretting being a member of the NPP is untoward. So these are just a few of what Bernard Antwi Boasiako spoke about in Chi. But let's play back Kennedy Agyapong's speech, which prompted a response from the Ashanti Regional Chairman of the NPP.
Na yesi asem kese e ba. Let's I dare you to make a mistake, and you will see men in this country. Our Ghana. Come on. What the radio station and television station, and what did Tim paying for them? They catch them to me, say, or power making a house. Now we are Alan supporter. Take. And I'm making a convincing, and my call President Kufuor. Many problem. Who support you, President Kufuor, no problem. Who support you, Vice President, no problem. But don't insult. And you have got no more license to insult. They catch you on pain. Say, Bawumia will collapse MPP party. Bawumia is collapsing MPP party. They can be paying. Say, Bawumia is collapsing MPP party. And we don't know the other party. We are Korean station executive. And now we have electoral area for data. Next one, two about
So, Kennedy Agyapong addressing some of the supporters there at the Shoulder Walk that happened in the Ashanti region, talking about how he was not bothered if any of the members of the NPP group decides to support any other candidate but himself. But he was also concerned about some insults being traded within or amongst themselves. This is also in sharp contrast with what Bernard Antwi Boasiako is saying, accusing Kennedy Agyapong of indulging in politics of insult. Well, my colleague William Evans Inkum sat through the news conference, which ended a short while ago. He's joining us now for some more update. Evans, good afternoon. Thank you for joining us on the program. Interesting times ahead. But what exactly has Bernard Antwi Boasiako been reacting to when it comes to Kennedy Agyapong's comment?
Well, so he has been reacting to a barrage of insults, which was rained on him when the Ascent Central lawmaker, who is also aspiring to lead the NPP into the 2024 general election, actually said, during his rally in the Ashanti region, specifically at the Jubilee Park. According to Antwi Boasiako, some of the things that Kennedy Agyapong said were just confounded. For instance, he said that during the 2016 or in the lead up to the 2016 general election, it was a collective effort that saw the NPP winning a massive vote in the Ashanti region. So Kennedy's claim that he solely ensured that NPP had enough votes in terms of nominal figures, which of course also translated to positive percentage for the ruling parties concerned. It is not true that he alone did the work, but it was a collective effort. He even went on to say that at a point in time, he sponsored Kennedy Agyapong's own media house, Ash FM, to embark on a strategic campaign that will see the NPP come back to power. That was in 2016. So claims made by Kennedy Agyapong that he alone, engineered the victory of the NPP, especially getting enough votes in the Ashanti region, isn't accurate. Then, of course, he also said that if Kennedy Agyapong claims that he has worked in a way that has to be recognized by many, as he claims to be the only person to have ensured the success story of the NPP, then what did he do in his hometown, Ascent Central, of course, the central region, which according to Untumi, did not perform well in the 2020 general election. So these are some of the, hitbacks that Untumi has been also pouring as far as his press conference is concerned. But I think the ultimate among the hitbacks has to do with that threat to Kennedy Agyapong, that he knows how he threatened Ahmed Suale, which of course led to his death. And if that is what he's going to do, then he will have him arrested.
Right. Evans, thank you so much. We'll get back to you in our subsequent bulletins for some more update on the development in the Ashanti region, particularly on the NPP's presidential primaries. William Evans Inkum is our Ashanti regional correspondent there. Well, in exactly 1 month, over 200,000 delegates of the governing New Patriotic Party will be voting to elect a flag bearer to lead the party into the 2024 general elections. 4 candidates are vying for the top slot of the party in the November 4 primaries. They are the Asen Central Member of Parliament, Kennedy Japan, former Agriculture Minister Dr. Usufri Akoto, Vice President Dr. Baumia, and former Asante Mampo Member of Parliament, Francis Dynamo. Now, one of the flag bearer hopefuls, Dr. Usufri Akoto, has admitted the NPP is not in a good position to retain power in 2024. Ibrahim Abubakar joins me for some more details on this comment by one of the flag bearer hopefuls of the NPP. Ibrahim, good afternoon to you. Thank you for joining us on the program. Where was Dr. Usufri Akoto speaking when he made the comment?
Well, Crosby, Dr. Usufri Akoto was speaking to the media at his residence here in Kumasi. You know, he's in the Ashanti region to begin the final lap of his campaign ahead of the November 4 delegate election. So he engaged the media briefly and he admitted, like you said, that the NPP is not in a good position to retain power in 2024 because, one, the morale of most Ghanaians are down. He said he saw that even in the 2020 election when the NPP dropped parliamentary seat from 169 to 137. Then also even morale of NPP activists themselves within the party is very, very low because of some sort of intimidation and coercing to support one form of candidate or the other. So for now, he believes that Ghanaians are looking for that candidate who is appealing and has that track record of transforming lives. Let's listen to what he has been telling the media.
PP is not in a good place to contest to retain power next year. I understand the concerns expressed by activists on the ground. Now, these activists, that is the party delegates, the executives at the polling station, numbering nearly 200,000, are being asked to cast their vote on the 4th of November to decide who will bear the flag of the NPP. I strongly appeal to the delegates not to be distracted by money, because how much money can anybody give you and how long it is going to last? We want to get to the roots of the problem of this party so that we are assured of the prosperity which will come in due course. Compare the vision of the competitors to make a judgment for yourself. Which one will better this party, will really make this party flourish to the benefit of the people of Ghana? The welfare and prosperity of this party is linked to my life. That's the way I see it. So when party people are complaining on the ground about their denial and their concerns and so on, it really gets to my heart.
A lot on the happenings on the NPP presidential primaries right here on TV3 in a subsequent bulletins. But Ibrahim is still with me. Ibrahim, so that was the flag bearer hopeful speaking there. But what has been his the reception he has gotten since he made these comments there?
Well, it's been massive. You know, for now, he has even decided, like we said on Monday, to suspend the campaign. He will begin probably on Friday or even Monday because of the demise of the former First Lady. So he was expected to begin the campaign on Monday, but he said as a sign of respect to that, he has suspended it. But from Friday, he will begin it. But you can see a lot more people have been coming to his residence, cheering him, urging him on. most of whom are delegates. But you know, in Ghana politics, until the D-Day is there or until the elections are over, you cannot even look at just these numbers and say that you'll be able to win it massively. So the campaign has begun. We know Dr. Bawumia has also moved to the Bono region to also wrap up his campaign ahead of November for delegate election.
Ibrahim, thank you so much for joining us. Ibrahim Abubakar is Ashanti Regional correspondent there, bringing us some update on the happenings concerning the NPP's presidential primaries happening on November 4. Stay with us here. We are your Elections Command Center on all our platforms for update on the processes before, during and after the elections. Now to the camp of the minority, the NDC, where the minority caucus is expected to, in the course of the day, meet to determine the next date for the group's occupied BOG protest after the group declined to present the petition to the BOG Director of Security over the absence of the Governor of the Bank of Ghana and his two deputies. Member of Parliament for Ningo Pram, Sam George, speaking with TV3, says Dr. Ernest Adesing has lost touch with reality and has disrespected Ghanaians.
Leadership is going to meet and take a decision on the next course of action relative to timelines. We're going to be going back to the Bank of Ghana. That was announced yesterday by our leader. But timelines and all the various steps that have to be taken, I mean, we've all made our suggestions, but leadership will meet and then communicate things. But I'm sure it'll be a public manifestation like you said today in a much bigger style. We're raising issues that have to do with monetary policy, his particular action that he himself has taken. And he thought that neither he nor his deputies had to come. The Ghanaian people pay him over 80,000 Ghana cedis a month in salaries, basic salaries. His allowances have not been added. It is critical that when we, as taxpayers and as citizens, are complaining about something, the people we are complaining about who work for us must listen to us. And so he ought to have shown that candor, that respect for the people of Ghana, but he clearly showed that he's lost touch with reality.
He would have seen the petition regardless, even if he had submitted it to the Director of Security.
He's singularly responsible for the exchange rate. And you're going to tell him that, look, this is the problem, sickness the currency is having. And he says, oh, you give it to the security man, he'll bring it to me and I'll give you the prescription. So he would have sent us a response to the head of security. I mean, no.
Well, let's touch some other subjects this afternoon. In the northern part of the country, where the Dolly Bridge on the Wasola-Bole Highway linking Kintampo and Techiman in the south, which was washed away by floodwaters following a spillover of a dam, has been blocked again a few days after its rehabilitation. A long truck in the late hours of Tuesday, October 3, was involved in an accident in the middle of the bridge. Now, the truck, which fell on the bridge, blocked vehicular and human movement across the temporal connection constructed last week for buses and smaller cars. My colleague Christopher Mwako is following the development, is joining us for some updates. Chris, good afternoon to you. Thank you so much for joining us on the program. Has the truck been towed off the bridge yet?
So, Crosby, I can say on record that the truck is yet to be towed off the bridge. And as we speak at the Dolly Bridge, a lot of vehicular traffic has taken place and movement has been stalled. So vehicles moving from the southern part of the country through Bole towards Sola are unable to move. The same way vehicles from Wa, Sola heading towards Bole, Kintampo and Techima are unable to cross the bridge.
But Chris, we understand this bridge was constructed in the meantime for vehicles to use, so for smaller vehicles, if I should say. But how come we saw trucks using this rehabilitated bridge?
So, Crosby, you bear with me that when the incident happened, hundreds of long vehicles were stranded around that enclave. So when it was reopened for traffic, and these vehicles crossed from the southern part towards the neighboring Burkina Faso. Similarly, trucks from that other end, from the Wa enclave, also were crossing because according to them, using the alternative route, that is from Sola Damango, then you hit the Damango Fufuso junction before you go to Bupe. It's very far and also costly because they will have to buy more fuel before they are able to use the alternative route. So because of that, they prefer to use the shorter route. And we also understand that even though on record it was made for us to understand that long trucks were not supposed to use that stretch, but the drivers were told that they could use the stretch because the bridge was properly, in a way, managed for every vehicle to ply.
With this development that the truck, we understand, is still on the bridge, what have authorities been saying? What plans do they have to remove the truck or create another alternative route?
Yes, so far there hasn't been any official communication from the Highways Authority in the Savannah region. I tried establishing contact with the regional director, but that has not yielded any positive results because we wanted to find out from him in the meantime what they are doing about it. But Crosby, the situation at the Dolly Bridge is a very serious one as we speak. Remember, 2 days ago, the Member of Parliament for the Bole Bamboy constituency complained about the reconstruction work that was done on the bridge, indicating that work done was shoddy, and for that matter, the contractor should be brought back on site to work on the bridge again. But few days, just about 2 days after his comments, this incident has happened. So it means that more work needs to be done, even though the Roads Ministry has indicated that it's a temporary measure. And this temporary measure, if nothing is done about it, Crosby, I must say that it will cost us lives and property.
Chris, thank you. Christopher Marco, our Northern Regional Correspondent there. Away from that, and the past few weeks have witnessed conversations on kidney and dialysis. The Health Committee of Parliament says it will visit the Korle Bu Teaching Hospital to ascertain the claims by hospital authorities. It has stopped charging dialysis patients unapproved fees. Management of the hospital have come under intense public backlash after it became public that its new fees for dialysis were unapproved by Parliament. Now, further revelation revealed also that patients had been charged the 765.42 cedis. Ranking member of the Health Committee, Kwabena Minta Kando, tells TV3 they will insist on a refund for all the patients.
Cannot sit down in their offices and fix fees and charges. Every fees and charges must be subjected to what we call the Fees and Charges Act. And from where I sit as a ranking member on the Parliamentary Select Committee on Health, Korle Bu has not presented any proposal to that effect. And so that amount, 765 Ghana cedis, is illegal. And we have stated that anybody who has paid that amount of money must go back and take his or her money. It is illegal, purely illegal.
If you haven't approved fees and charges and institutions are taking them and you're having people complaining and stating that this is a death warrant for them, is there a course of action that can be taken by you on the Health Committee and Parliament as a whole? Yes,
so when the issue came up, we issued a warning that they should stop, and from all indications, they claim they have stopped. And so after today's demonstration, the next line of action is that we are going to go to Korle Bu Teaching Hospital to ascertain whether or not they have stopped, and then to know whether or not they are putting arrangements in place to refund those who pay the money to them.
And that's you, the Minority Caucus on the Health Committee?
Well, the Health Committee will be going, but I can assure you that we will have some number of members from the Minority Committee represented.
Well, in a related development, the country representative of the World Health Organization to Ghana, Professor Francis Kasolo, has called on Ghana's government to investigate the increase in dialysis treatment at the Korle Bu Teaching Hospital without parliamentary approval. On the sidelines of the annual general and scientific meeting of the Medical Superintendents Group in Accra. He expressed the need for support for such diseases by the National Health Insurance Scheme.
Cost of healthcare across the world has generally been moving up for all sorts of reasons. So we need to see and discuss with colleagues who are in the, for example, Kolebu, to understand the reason for the increase. But like I mentioned, if our health insurance is strong, it can mitigate the cost of even renal care, if the renal care is one of the benefit package of the health insurance. So it is for us to really support the health insurance and to ensure that services such as renal services are included in the benefit package of the health insurance to mitigate the out-of-pocket expenditures that we are beginning to see increase. And if that works, then we will have solved part of the problem of increasing out-of-pocket expenditure that we see with the dialysis cost.
Away from that, and President Akufo-Addo is asking the Commonwealth Association to join forces with ECOWAS and the African Union to demand the unconditional release of the ousted Nigerian President Mohamed Bazoum, Nigerian president. Addressing the 66th Commonwealth Parliamentary Conference in Accra, Ghana's leader says international bodies cannot sit on the fence and watch unconcerned as democracy deteriorates on the continent.
The second are the unconstitutional changes in government in parts of Africa, especially in West Africa, through a series of coups d'etats and military interventions in governance, which testify to democratic regression. It is in the interest of democratic growth that this development is reversed as soon as possible. And in order so to do, that we give maximum support to ECOWAS, the regional body of West Africa, and the African Union, Africa's continental organization, in their efforts to restore democratic institutions in the affected nations of Mali, Burkina Faso, Guinea, Niger, and Gabon, and also in whatever dispositions they take to stem the tide of this unwelcome evolution. The Commonwealth Parliamentary Association, indeed, the Commonwealth itself, should join ECOWAS and the African Union in demanding the immediate unconditional release from unjustifiable detention of the democratically elected President of the Republic of Niger, His Excellency Mohamed Bazoum. Democracy and the stability that generally accompanies democratic governance are essential for the future prosperity of the African continent. Honorable members, Ghana has remained steadfast in her commitment to upholding the values outlined in the Commonwealth Charter. In our journey since the inception of the Fourth Republic, some 30 years ago, we have proudly witnessed the smooth transition from one democratically elected government of one party to another of a different party on 3 separate occasions. We've also enacted laws with the core principles of the Commonwealth. However, there's still much work ahead. It is our noble duty to ensure the preservation of a framework of government that secures for ourselves and our prosperity, quote, the blessings of liberty, equality of opportunity, and prosperity, unquote, as stated in the preamble of the Constitution of the Fourth Republic of Ghana.
Now, on matters on safety, processes have begun for the development of a legal framework on the acquisition and management of improvised explosive devices in the country. This has become important in the face of increasing terrorist extremism and violence in the Sahel. Now, here in Ghana, though, there is a national framework for countering violent extremism. But does it provide specific detail on explosives? Grace Hamwajiman is at a stakeholders assessment forum joining us for more. Grace, good afternoon. Thank you for joining us. Why has the development of this framework become so important at this time?
Look, firstly, this has become very important according to the Small Arms Commission due to the increased presence of violence, attacks, and terrorists. And also, we've seen that in the last months, there's been some uprising in some of the countries that border Ghana. And so the Small Arms Commission wants to put its house in order before we have a trickle down or trickle over of any of these activities into the country.
Unfortunately, we cannot get, we apologize for the poor quality of sound with Grace Hamwachman there, but we'll reconnect with her in the course of the bulletin and bringing you updates on the latest development coming from the Small Arms Commission as processes have begun for the development of a legal framework on the acquisition and management of improvised explosives in the country. You're watching Midday Live on TV3. My name is Noble Crosby, and we're back with more stories after the break. Please stay with us.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to demonstrate to you the superior properties of Flamingo paint. As compared to other paint brands on the market, we take equal quantities of Flamingo paint and this ordinary paint. We then dilute them with water. And now, let the test begin. The gentleman on the left is going to apply the ordinary paint, and the gentleman on my right will use the Flamingo Superior paint. As you can clearly see, Flamingo has the obvious better hiding. Furthermore, Flamingo has painted a much larger area. You know, 1 bucket of Flamingo paint is equal to several buckets of any other paint brand on the market. Flamingo paint is made with superior formulation to give superior durability, superior hiding, superior coverage. Flamingo paint, simply superior.
Ghana, are you ready? Mark your calendar as the Makers House Chapel International presents the Experience Conference 2023. From the 1st to the 8th of October, it's the gathering of the spiritual luminaries of the land. Get ready to experience Archbishop Nicholas Duncan Williams, Reverend Dr. Mensa Otabil, Archbishop Charles Ajinasari, Reverend Dr. Ampia Kofi, Reverend Dr. Steve Mensah, Reverend Dr. Ebenezer Markwe, Bishop Frank Ofosu Apia, and your host, Dr. Michael Buenti Nyamiche. Come and experience Jesus, the miracle worker. Venue is the Destiny Arena of the Makers House Chapel International, Atomic, adjacent School of Nuclear and Allied Sciences. Time is 6:30 to 9:30 p.m. on weekdays, 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. on Saturday, and 8 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. on Sundays. It's going to be a life-changing encounter. The Experience Conference 2023. I can't wait.
A Franco Trading Enterprise at Dabraka branch. About phones near accessories, and in your make a nadia. When you say Franco Trading Enterprise, number 1. Your television set from 24 inches to 65 inches, air condition from 1.5 horsepower to 2.5 horsepower. Your CCTV cameras, Bluetooth speakers, your phone covers, protectors, pen drive, hard drive, iPhone, Samsung, Infinix, Huawei. It's a full beer open Uyasima Fanebia. Pura Franco Trading Enterprise. Franco Trading Enterprise. Phones papa, television papa, air conditions papa, accessories papa nina.
Auditioning. Media General Group is hereby inviting all interested persons who aspire to become news presenters for auditioning as follows. Date: Thursday, October 5, 2023. The time is 9 a.m. Venue is at the premises of Media General Ghana. Required competencies: excellent reading skills, fluent in English, excellent editing skills, outgoing, abreast with local and international developments, news gathering and reporting skills, good writing, communication and presentation skills, ability to think creatively, and good research skills. Qualification: first degree in social sciences, communication or journalism and related disciplines. Master's degree is preferred.
Our mission here at TV3 is that the news comes first, and that's the promise of News Central.
With reporters every corner of the country.
Consignment to attain their action to production building lions
and experts across the subjects that affects you the most.
We stay across the big stories that impact you the most as they break, develop and evolve into major national issues.
With all angles covered across the country and across every subject. I am Kemini Amano.
And I am Eric Mawina Egbeta.
News Central, coming soon on TV3. TV3, first in news.
Welcome back to the broadcast. Some business news is up next. Emmanuel will bring us the latest in business, including some developments in the cyberspace. What's happening there?
Apparently, cyber fraud is on the rise as the country has lost almost 50 million cedis to cybercrime at the end of the third quarter this year. We have the details coming up in our bulletin.
Over to you.
Thank you so much. Welcome again to the business segment with me, Menu Afol. In our first story, cyber fraud cases recorded as at the third quarter of the year is costing the country almost 50 million cedis. That's according to the Cybersecurity Authority. Speaking at the launch of the National Cybersecurity Awareness Month, Director General Dr. Albert Ntwi-Busiakun revealed that financial sector is the most hit, hence the need for appropriate financing as part of efforts to build a resilient cyberspace.
The total monetary losses arising from this period stands at 49.5 million Ghana cedis. Please, these are just the losses collated arising from the usual fraud that the general population face. It does not include the attacks against our critical institutions where money are stolen or network systems and services are disabled. And these are also direct losses, the 500 Ghana cedis, the 1,000 Ghana, the 2,000 that people are losing through Momo fraud. So it represents a very minute fraction of the losses within the entire ecosystem. During the same period, the Capacity Building Awareness Creation Division of the Authority engaged a total of 257,984 individuals in a number of sensitization activities in collaboration with a number of MDAs.
Away from that, the Bank of Ghana has partnered with MTech Solutions Incorporated to launch the ECD Hackathon. According to the Central Bank, this will be a 12-week innovation challenge designed to unleash the potential of central banks' digital currency. The following Business Desk report has more. The Bank of Ghana, through this collaborative endeavor, is inviting fintechs, developers and innovators to craft groundbreaking solutions that address Ghana's financial inclusion challenges. According to the Central Bank, during the ECD Hackathon, participants will embark on a creative journey to explore the multifaceted applications of central bank digital currency, CBDC technology. It says the event serves as a platform for developers, innovators and blockchain enthusiasts to demonstrate their ingenuity and contribute to the evolution of Ghana's digital financial ecosystem. A hackathon, renowned for its time-bound intensity, gathers individuals and teams across various disciplines to collaborate on innovative projects, often revolving around technology, software development, or complex problem solving. And in more stories, the European Union has partnered with the government of Ghana to provide 224 housing units for banana farmers and their families at the Kasunya Asuchare in the Shai Osudoku district. The project, named the Banana Accompanying Measures, is to improve Ghana's competitiveness in the banana exports as the country receives preferential tariff treatment from the European market.
The objective of the Banana Accompanying Measures is to improve the living conditions of farmers in Ghana, alleviate rural poverty, and promote sustainable rural development. The project is also expected to provide sustainable employment. The European Union Ambassador to Ghana, Echad Razali, highlighted the significance of the partnership in empowering local communities.
Over the years, the competitive edge of Ghana has been decreasing due to international trade. And as Ghana is one of the key partners of the European Union when it comes to trade, when it comes to development, when it comes to job creation as well, we wanted to give a push for Ghana, the government, the workers, the private company to increase or to maintain this level of competitiveness in order to ensure access to the European market, to the Ghanaian bananas.
Deputy Minister of Trade and Industry expressed gratitude for the support and emphasized the program's transformative impact.
As an exporter of banana to the EU community and to support the golden exotic to be able to produce more and export more, we had to look at the operation cost so that the Ghanaian banana can be competitive in the EU market as well as any other market that it will be shelved in the store. If any extra person buys the Ghanaian banana, it is an extra job created and an extra job maintained. So we do not underestimate the impact of this whole industry.
In 2010, the Commission adopted the Banana Accompanying Measures, a support package for 10 banana exporting countries from the African, Caribbean, and Pacific group of states.
And that's how we wrap up the business segment here on Midday Live. My name is Minwafo. Stay with us for more updates from the world of sports after the break.
Auditioning. Media General Group is hereby inviting all interested persons who aspire to become news presenters for auditioning as follows. Date: Thursday, October 5, 2023. The time is 9 a.m. Venue is at the premises of Media General Ghana. Required competencies: excellent reading skills, fluent in English, excellent editing skills, outgoing, abreast with local and international developments, news gathering and reporting skills, good writing, communication and presentation skills, ability to think creatively, and good research skills. Qualification: first degree in social sciences, communication or journalism and related disciplines. Master's degree is preferred.
The past 12 weeks of this year's Ghana's Most Beautiful competition, contestants have been on a journey of sheer determination, showcasing great talent and the rich culture of our beautiful nation on the Ghana's Most Beautiful stage. 5 beautiful ladies: Na Ayele, the courageous one from the Greater Accra region; Aduanigi, the bold one from the Upper East region; Selom, the ambitious one from the Volta region; Kwatma, the determined one from the Bunu region; and Nura, the assertive one from the Northern region. Come 8th of October at the National Theatre, dreams will be realized and one of these exceptional ladies will be crowned Ghana's Most Beautiful 2023. Keep pushing your favorite contestants to win the most coveted crown, the cash, and the car by voting to the short code *713 *13# on all mobile networks. You can also download the TV3 Reality app on App Store or Play Store. It will be an amazing night of glitz and glamour. Grab your tickets for a cool 50 Ghana cedis and come support your favorite queen on the 8th of October at the National Theatre, 8 p.m. sharp. Ghana's most beautiful, Ghana's beauty, Africa's pride.
GMB 2023 is sponsored by Gino Tomato Mix, GTP, Techno Camon 20 Series, AT, Pepsodent Charcoal and Lemon Infused Formula and Pepsodent Natural Herbal Formula, Geisha Moringa and Geisha Black Soup, Key Soup, Bell Pack Tissues, Sankofa Natural Spices, Vitamilk, Deluxy Acrylic Paint, Nescofa Blood Tonic, Heaven Black Mosquito Spray and Coil, Enapa Foods, Freedom from Casapreco, Frutelli Calipo, Duffy's Health and Beauty, Obuasi Bitters, Nubna Womwankasa, Dragnet, Shalatem, Top Choco.
Save 500.
Global Wings Travel and Tour.
Makeup was done by House of Tara.
Get ready to witness the most dramatic kitchen battle ever. Drama in the kitchen where rivalries simmer, egos sizzle, and only one rival can claim victory. Two rivals, spatulas in hand, egos on the line. It's not just about the food, it's about the drama. Can they put their differences aside to create the most loving meal, or will the heat of the kitchen prove too much to handle? Are you a wife or a husband? Are you a girlfriend or a boyfriend? Can you cook with your partner's ex in a bid to see whose meal tastes better? Or can you compete with your mother-in-law or father-in-law in the kitchen? Then this is the show for you. On Drama in the Kitchen, you get into the kitchen with your partner's ex or in-law and prove that you own his or her taste buds. So much drama and love in one kitchen. Be part of the Drama in the Kitchen experience by sharing your details via WhatsApp on 027 722 2641. Stay tuned for Drama in the Kitchen, coming soon to TV3.
Bold, edgy, classy. Are you ready to strut your stuff and shine in the spotlight? Then join Ghana's most photogenic to set the ball rolling. You must be between the ages of 18 to 28 years. You must be at least 5.5 feet tall, not weigh more than 90 kg. You must be fluent in the English language. Send a video of yourself walking towards and away from camera with a short voiceover about yourself. A portrait and full-length photo of yourself. To WhatsApp number 0277 222 641. You can also nominate your favorite model on social media with the hashtag TV3's Ghana's Most Photogenic and tag @TV3 Ghana on all social media platforms. Entries end on 7th October. Ghana's Most Photogenic. Beauty through the lens.
Let's get some sports news from Wereku Kwampo. Wereku, good to see you. Good afternoon. Good
afternoon.
The GFA is in the news again.
Yeah.
What's up with them?
So there's a protest against the GFA and their leadership so far.
Anyways, bring us the details in sports.
And so we'll be heading straight into it because, as you may well know, the Ghana Football Association elections comes on this Thursday in Tamale. Now, despite multiple injunctions from King Faisal and the Ghana Social Justice Forum, Keto Kreku is expected to go unopposed for the presidency after George Friye was denied by the vetting committee. Hundreds are marching to the Ghana Football Association office here in Southeast Ridge, Accra, as they protest for leadership, better leadership. Let's join my colleague Bill Eshon, who is stationed at the GFA Secretariat. Bill, kindly take us away.
The abrogation of the Constitution. I'm currently here at the Ghana Football Association premises, where a number of people have gathered for the Social Justice Forum to protest against the current administration of Keto Kreku. of course, they started the demonstration from Akweje Section, and they went all the way to the Ministry of Youth and Sports to make their voices heard, and they gathered here at the GFA premises to also make their voices heard as well. And behind me are some of the protesters who have been through it all the way, and they are happy with what has been happening with the GFA in the last 4 years. And I'm going to talk to a few of them, starting from the leader of the protesters, that's Al-Hassan Yahaya, who, of course, also filed an injunction against the GFA elections as well. Al-Hassan Yahaya, how are you doing?
Oh, thank you for having me.
Yes, why did you do this protest?
Ghanaians should look themselves in the mirror. FIFA should look themselves in the mirror. What has Kurt done for him to warrant a 1 month and an unopposed election? That is dictatorial democracy, which is uncalled for in Ghana.
Right. And, I mean, what do you seek to achieve with this demonstration? Because, I mean, the GFA has temporarily moved their headquarters to Tamale as well for the election.
That tells the level of the pressure that is on them. They are running away. You can run, but you can't hide. As said by Joe Louis, the top boxer. Yes, the pressure. We send letters to FIFA. We send letters to Electoral Commission, warning them, should they continue with the election? That proves, that tells they are dubious, peddling and meddling of affairs, which is corruption. An insult to the court, an insult to Ghana, an insult to judiciary, which they will answer Switzerland.
Right. And what's your name?
My name is Rashid from Ashaima.
Rashid, I mean, why did you join this protest?
Yeah, man, because the corruption is too much. Charlie, we get footballers who better boys in the play ball. They need to travel, they need to get better academy to join. They just do Ashaima, they room. They need to wear better kick boot set. Charlie, make them help their boys. So I get to talk.
So you are displeased with what Kurt has been doing to the youth?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So these are the voices of some of the people who gathered here to undertake that protest. And of course, they are displeased with what is happening. But the elections is, of course, set for the 5th of October, which is tomorrow in Tamale. Bulletin from the GFA headquarters.
Well, thank you very much, Bill. Speaking of the elections, I will be bringing you more details on that election, which takes place tomorrow in Tamale, as we have our presenter, Yao Fosu, stationed to bring you all the updates. We'll bring you details of that much later. But before we go, Ghana hosts the 13th African Games in March next year. And with various facilities being constructed, the local organizing committee was joined by the African Union representatives for the Games to inspect the project. 3 Sports' Frankie Champon has more details in this report.
To host the 13th African Games in March 2024 after delays in preparations saw the competition postponed from August 2023. As part of preparations towards the event, the African Union representatives, in collaboration with the local organizing committee, have been touring the various venues and checking progress of work done in the last few days. Projects including the Legon Stadium, the main rugby field and the aquatic center at Boteman have all been inspected by the AU representatives. The projects are about 80% complete and contractors are expected to finish their work by 20th December. However, the executive chairman of the LOC, Dr. Kweku Ofosu-Asare, has called on corporate Ghana to come to their aid as they look to complete the projects on time.
The corporate bodies' support is extremely important at this stage. And then individually, we have a package for people like you who may also want to assist with sponsorship. If you're able to bring us a sponsor, you'll get 10% of whatever you bring. So individuals are being encouraged to also get us sponsors.
The coordinator of the African Union Sports Council, Dr. Decius Chipande, also expressed his excitement on the progress made by the LOC.
I think we are very happy with the progress that has been made so far. And the African Union is very, very grateful with the great investment that the government of the Republic of Ghana has put into the construction of the facilities. Last time when we were here, we were assured by the LOC that by December, all the facilities will be completed and ready for the games. And for sure, this time we just visited Legon. It's nearly complete.
The 13th African Games is just 5 months away, and the LOC is making sure all venues and the necessary infrastructures are ready.
And that's how we wrap up the sports segment here on Midday Live. My name is Ori Kwampofo. Up next on the bulletin is entertainment with Noella. Well, welcome to the entertainment segment of the bulletin. Noella, what's in the package this afternoon?
Well, we've got our rep, my colleague Crystal Kwame Ayi in Botswana, and it's all about the Africa Tourism Leadership Forum, and she's giving us some exclusives from there. So we have that coming up in the bulletin. Now let's get into some details of the entertainment news here on Midday Live. My name is Noella Donko. Now, in attending the Africa Tourism Leadership Forum in Botswana, 3 Entertainment's Crystal Kwame Ayi describes the atmosphere at the launch and has a key message from the lead organizer at the Africa Tourism Partners.
International Conference Center in Botswana. I'm Crystal Kwame Ayi of 3 Entertainment, and we are present to experience and bring you the best of the 6th Africa Tourism Leadership Forum 2023. Here, delegates and speakers gather from across the African continent and some from other parts of the world to share expert knowledge on selected areas in tourism around the theme Shifting Demand Dynamics to Shape the Future of Intra-Africa Travel. This is the first day of 4 where the forum has been officially launched and various masterclasses have taken place as tourism progressively contributes to the economy globally, with research evidencing that tourism is growing quicker than merchandise export on the continent. There is much more to gain as the industry has only just begun to tap into its fullest potential. The CEO of Africa Tourism Partners, Kwachi Donko, shares his thoughts on the essence of this convergence.
We've seen that TV3 is becoming synonymous with the Africa Tourism Leadership Forum. This is the 6th edition, and we are very grateful that we come this far. And the ultimate goal here is to promote intra-Africa travel, start working towards changing the narratives around the continent, looking at the positives that we can share amongst ourselves to allow us to be able to experience our own environment. But the ultimate goal is to ensure that tourism becomes a key priority area in almost all African countries, to the level where countries could open up, allow visa openness, allow ease of connectivity or ease of access to other African countries for people to be able to travel across the continent, from the continent and within the continent. We believe that this is the only way that we can achieve the goal of growing the tourism arrivals in Africa.
Okay. Crystal Kwame Ayi reporting for 3 Entertainment, TV3, Botswana.
And there, our colleague she'll be giving us all the exclusives that we'll be needing from the forum. Also, some more exciting news. Guinean superstar Black Sherif has bagged the award for Best International Flow at the 2023 BET Hip Hop Awards. This makes him the 2nd Guinean artist to win in that category after Sarkodie won the very first edition in 2019. Although he lost to Benjamin Epps in 2022, Blacko bagged another nomination in 2023 and has gone on to win it this time. The official announcement and the BET Hip Hop Awards was taped from Cobb Energy Center in Atlanta on October 3rd and is expected to air on October 10th. Congratulations are in order. Well, that's it for entertainment here on Midday Live. Do watch out for the GMB ladies as they take over News 360 tonight. My name is Noella Donko. International news is up next.
Dozens of people have died following an explosion and fire at an illegal oil refinery in Nigeria's south. The incident is said to have happened late on Sunday in Rivers State, but it was only widely reported on Tuesday. The State Commandant of Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps, Basil Ngwebweze, said 18 people were burnt beyond recognition while 25 were rescued. He blamed people who vandalize oil pipelines and operate illegal refineries for the deadly incident. Illegal refining is common in the region, with locals tapping oil from pipelines to sell. Now, last year, more than 100 people died following an explosion at an illegal oil refinery in Imo State. That's our package for you this afternoon, but there's always more news on our website, 3news.com. If you log on for more, my name is Noble Crosby-Ann, and on behalf of the entire production team, thank you so much for watching the bulletin. See you again some other time. Good afternoon to you. Bye-bye.